Remember, the range gas supply valve must be shut off until the new hookup is complete. This kitchen has a propane supply only, so we'll be demonstrating an LP hookup. The range is designed to operate at a pressure of 5 to 7 inches of water column on natural gas or 6 to 10 inches on LP. Make sure you are supplying the range with the type of gas for which it is configured. Begin by locating the conversion kit, which should be inside or on the back of the oven. The kit includes nozzles for the oven, griddle, and up to 6 gas burners, as well as the installation guide. The pressure regulator is located under the back cover of the range. You'll need to make sure it's in the correct position for the type of gas supply you're connecting. Do not remove the pressure regulator from the range. Use a coin to unscrew the circular cap and turn the brass cap counterclockwise to separate it from the cap holder. Flip the plastic cap inside the brass cap over. This is the LP side. Reassemble the cap in the holder. Then screw the circular cap back into the regulator, but do not over-tighten. To convert the bake and broil orifices to LP, use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the vent trim and the back panel. Unscrew the broiler rear cover and use a 16mm wrench and Phillips head screwdriver to remove the nozzle housing. Use a 10mm socket wrench to remove the orifice spud. Replace the natural gas spud in the nozzle housing with the LP orifice spud. To avoid leaks, make sure the spud is secure. Reconnect the nozzle housing with the Phillips head screws only. Now you can convert the bake burner orifice. Begin by removing the Phillips head screw on the nozzle housing. Do not remove the nozzle housing. You must remove the nut connected to the safety valve with a 16mm wrench and remove both the nozzle housing and the piping together. Then use a 10mm socket wrench to remove the orifice spud from the nozzle housing. Do not use a nut driver, which could damage the spud and housing. Now install the LP orifice spud. To prevent leakage, make sure the spud is securely screwed into the nozzle housing. Next, reinstall the piping to the safety valve with the nut. Reinsert the screw into the nozzle housing and move the damper to the right-hand side of the housing. Now you can reattach the nut to the broiler nozzle housing. Reattach the broiler rear cover and the back panel. Make sure the power cord is in its slot before screwing it back on. To convert the griddle, unscrew the 2 screws in the griddle assembly. Be careful when removing the griddle because it is heavy. Also, remove the brackets. Now, remove the 2 screws holding the burner in place to move it gently out of the way, being careful not to damage the ignition wires. Next, use a 10mm wrench to remove the burner's brass orifice spud. Install the LP orifice spud into the correct position. To prevent leakage, make sure the orifice spud is securely screwed into the gas supply tube. To convert the surface burners to LP on models prior to the serial numbers shown here, the grates, burner caps, burner heads, and vent trim should all be removed. For models with a sous vide, induction hub, or griddle, you must also remove them with the brackets. For the surface burners, remove the 12 Phillips head screws and remove the cooktop basins. You can use a small flathead screwdriver to help with this process. Use a 7mm socket wrench to remove the brass orifice spud in the chimney of each burner. Use a 7mm wrench for the side spuds. Each LP orifice spud has a code on the top or the side that tells you the location on the range where it should be installed. Use these codes to install the LP orifice spuds in the correct locations. Again, to prevent leakage, make sure the orifice spuds are securely screwed into the gas supply tube. Next, fill out the LP stickers included with the conversion instructions. You must attach the large sticker to the back of the range near the regulator. Attach the smaller sticker below the serial number tag on the bottom right of the control panel. Place all of the orifices you removed back into the plastic bag with the instructions and return the kit to the back of the range. You must remove the LP sticker from the back of the range if it is converted to natural gas.